Good morning, everyone. Today we're back with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. Last time we finished at chapter 6 on page 68. Let's continue. Chapter 6. The Girl in Pajamas. The shock of losing Magi hung over the house in days that followed. Harry kept expecting him to stumbling in the back door like the other older members, who passed in and out to relay news. Harry felt that nothing but action would assuage his feelings of guilt and grief, and that he ought to set out on his mission to find and destroy Horcruxes as soon as possible. Well, you can't do anything about the mouth the word Horcruxes till you're 17. You've still got the trace on you, and you can plan here and we can plan here as well as anywhere, can't we? Oh, he dropped his voice to a whisper. Do you reckon you already know you know who else? No, Harry admitted. I think Hermione's been doing a bit of research, said Ron. She said she was saving it for when you got here. They were sitting at the breakfast table. Mr. Weasley and Bill had just left for work. Mrs. Weasley had gone upstairs to wake Hermione and Ginny, while Flora had drifted off to take a bath. The trace will break on the 31st, said Harry. That means I only need to stay here 4 days. Then I can. 5 days, Ron corrected him firmly. I've got to stay here for the wedding. They'll kill us if we miss it. Harry understood what they to mean Flora and Mrs. Weasley. It's 1 extra day, said Ron, when Harry looked mutinous. Don't they realize how important? Of course they don't, said Ron. They haven't got a clue, and now you mention it, I wanted to talk to you about that. Ron glanced towards the door into the hall to check that Mrs. Weasley was not returning yet, then leaned in closer to Harry. Mom's been trying to get it out of Hermione and me, what we're off to do. She'll try you next, so brace yourself. Dad and Lupin will both ask as well, but when we said Dumbledore told us to not tell anyone except us, they dropped it. Not Mom, though. She's determined. Ron's predictions came true within hours. Shortly before lunch, Mrs. Weasley detached Harry from the others by asking him to help identify a lone man's sock that she thought might have come out of his rucksack. Once he had him cornered in the tiny scullery of the kitchen, she started. Ron and Hermione seemed to be thinking that the 3 of you are dropping out at Hogwarts, she began in a light, casual tone. Oh, said Harry. Well, yeah, we are. The mingle turned off its own accord in a corner, wriggling out that looked like one of Mr. Weasley's vets. May I ask you why are you abandoning your education? Said Mrs. Weasley. Well, Dumbledore left me stuff to do, mumbled Harry. Ron and Hermione know about it, and they want to come too. What sort of stuff? I'm sorry, I can't. Well, frankly, I think also Arthur and I have right to know, and I'm sure Mr. and Mrs. Granger would agree. And Mrs. Weasley, Harry had been afraid of the concerned parent attack. He forced himself to look directly into her eyes, noticing as he did so that they were precisely the same shade of brown as Ginny's. This did not help. Dumbledore didn't want anyone else to know, Mrs. Weasley. I'm sorry, Ron and Hermione don't have to come. It's their choice. I don't see that you have to do either, she snapped. Dropping all pretense now. You're barely of age, any of you. It's utter nonsense if Dumbledore needs work doing if he had the whole order at his command. Harry, you must have misunderstood him. Probably he was telling you something he wanted it done, and you took it to mean that he wanted you. I didn't misunderstand, said Harry flatly. It's got to be me. He handed her back the single sock he was supposed to be identifying, which was patterned with golden ball brushes. And that's not mine. I don't support Puzzlemere United. Oh, of course not, said Mrs. Weasley, with a sudden and rather unnerving returning to her casual tone. I should have realized. Well, Harry, while we've still got you here, you won't mind helping with the preparations for Bill and Flo's wedding, will you? There's still so much to do. Well, we'll leave it here for tomorrow, guys. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.